let's go back to the 1960s again. I'm Steve. Hope you're just doing amazing. I'm going to show you how to play 6 of the most famous 60s intros of all time. They're easy and everybody knows these songs. That one right there was Last Train to Clarksville by the Monkees from 1966. And we're going to do some more from The Who and Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix and a couple others. We're going to count down from 6 to number 1, and they're guaranteed to turn heads. All right, I'm gonna quit yapping. Let's just do it. Hit like, hit subscribe, and let's rock this thing. All right, starting off at number 6, it's I Can't Explain by The Who from 1965. Very cool. You begin here with E major in a bar chord right there. So the open E string, then the 7th fret of the A string, and then the 9th fret of the D, G, and B strings. You don't really hit that high E string like that. And you go, give it one good pop, palm mute to really stop it and make it staccato. And then you go down 2 frets to a D major right here. Probably don't hit the low E note down there, but if you do, it's not so bad. And then A major. A major on the 5th fret. Now I play it with my thumb, you can bar it. You could play an A major down there, but right here, it gets that high note on the 5th fret of the high E string right there, and that's what really makes it sound great. So once again, 1, another hit, one more hit on the A string, A chord, and then back to 2 on the E major. So E major, D major, A major, right there on the E major. All right, let's go to number 5. This is Whole Lotta Love by Led Zeppelin from 1969, also in E major. Again, you're in that E major bar chord. Same thing we just did from I Can't Explain. Open E, 7th fret of the A string, and then 9th fret of the D, G, and B strings. But the beginning note is on the 7th fret of the E string. So slide it up right there. Pick anywhere you want and slide it up to the 7th fret of that E string, 5th fret of the A string, back to the 7th fret of the E, back to that 5th fret of the A string, and slide it up 2 frets to the 7th fret of the A, and then you're ready for that E major. So all together. And you can see I'm doing low, I'm hitting the high chord, and then I'm going to the low strings with some palm muting. So 1, like that. Do it again. Baby, I'm not fooling. All that stuff right there, over and over again. All right, let's move on to number 4. It's Last Train to Clarksville by the Monkees. We played this at the beginning. It's in G major. So we begin here hitting the low notes of a G major chord, and then the high notes right there. So low, high. I've got my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the E and B strings right there, like that. Then you take off both fingers, put it on the 3rd fret, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the D string. So go like that, down to the 2nd fret of the D string, like that, and then take it off to the open D, and back down to the low G. So all together really slowly. So you hit that down, up, down, and you're back in the G, and do it again. And if you want, you can do all downstrokes like that. And after a couple of those, it goes. So this time you pretty much remove everything. Take your 2nd finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the D string. Open G, open B, go down 1 fret. So that's the 2nd fret of the D string. Open open G, open B, and then open D, open G, open B. So if you do it really fast, and you can tell after that open D, I did the open G string right there. Moving on to number 3, it's the Wind Cries Mary by Jimi Hendrix from 1967. Now, it's technically in F major, like that, way up here, but I'm going to play it in E major. It's easier to play and it allows you to hit that open E string right there. So you could use a capo if you want to, but we'll begin here, actually going down 2 frets to a D major. But one of the keys here, which is unusual for a bar chord, a D major bar chord, is to include that 5th fret of the low E string. So 5th fret of the low E string, 5th fret of the A string, and then the 7th of the D, G, and B, like that. So by hitting that low note right there, really gentle, really tender, it's sort of quiet. Creates that cool little, vibe right there. So again, D major with that 5th fret right there, and sort of hit them soft, just the low notes mostly. Go up 1 fret to the 6th fret, and then right here, and you're playing an E major bar chord, but again, now you're on the 7th fret of that low E string. And right after that, give it a little pop right there with the palm mute staccato, and instantly lay your hand down on the 7th fret of the A, D, and B strings, like those, but hammer on right there from the 7th to the 9th fret of that A string. So this goes like this. So you're ending up right here with those, and you're going up 1 fret each. So 7th fret, hammer it on right there to the 9th fret of that A string. Don't hit the low E yet. Then go up 1 fret to the 8th, right there to the 10th fret. So you're going 8th to the 10th of that A string, with those on the 8th fret, and now you're going up 1 more to the 9th fret and do it 1 more time, like that. So you're going from the 9th to the 11th fret of the A string, and you're on the 9th fret of the D, G, and B strings, which is again is part of that E major. And now when you add in the open E like this, you end up with that really, really sweet E major. So one more time, I'll hit those first. Like that. So all together. Does it again. And right after that, it goes like this. 7th fret of that A string, slide it up to the 11th fret of the A string, 9th fret of the D string, 11th, but you can hammer that on. So it hammers onto the 11th and back to the 9th of that D string, and then 11th fret of the A string and slide it down, then you go into the B major. So like this. Or hammering it on. Beautiful, beautiful. At number 2, we've got a famous one that's great for working out your pinky strength. It's Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison. So it's technically an A major, but we begin here with an E major right here. So hit the open E string. Take your 3rd finger, put on the 4th fret of that E string. 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the A string right there, and then pinky on the 5th of the A string. And that's where the pinky comes in. It's a great way to stretch your hand and really get that pinky movement. So do that a couple times. And if you can, use something here to just sort of, deaden that string so it doesn't ring out like this. You can hear that still ringing out if you can try to figure out a way to deaden it like that. After that it goes. right? The same thing we just did, but quicker. 4th fret of the D string, 2nd fret of that D string, an open D string, and does it again. And after a couple times of that, it goes into A major. To F sharp minor, like that. So let's give it a try. And coming in at number 1, it's one of the most famous guitar riffs of all time, Sunshine of Your Love by Cream from 1967. Very cool. You begin here in D major with a bar chord right here, and the 7th fret of the G string. Hit it twice, go down to the 5th fret, back up to the 7th fret of the G, and right after that you go down to the 7th fret of the D string, and I give these pops like this. So after each one, 7th, sort of palm mute it, pop it a little bit, down to the 6th fret of the D, 5th fret of the D string, and then slide it up from, maybe the 2nd or 3rd fret area of that A string. So slide up the A string to the 5th fret right there. Then go to the 3rd fret of the D string and vibrato it, or push it up like that, and back to the 5th fret of the A string. So all together. Then it goes right back to that bar chord version here. Now you're hitting the 7th fret of the D, G, and B like this. So you're going the 7th fret of those strings right there down to the 5th fret of the D, G, and B, right back to the 7th fret. So, and then again continues it from the 7th fret of that D string, 6th, 5th fret right there of the D. But after that, it goes like this. So you go up to the 12th fret, slide it up, 12th fret of the D string, and then 10th fret of the G string, back to the 12th fret of the D string, and you sort of pull it off. So the whole thing all together. And there you go, all 6 of the most famous guitar intros from the 1960s. Let me know what you think about the order. Check out my other video where I did 6 other intros, and I've got some from the 70s and 80s and more. So hit like, hit subscribe on your way out, and I'll catch you next time for some more videos. Later.